So apparently, jumping on the bandwagon that we're a cult because we have celibates here and we eat meat. The whole Catholic Church must be a cult then. All the nuns, they're in a cult because they're celibate and they eat meat. Must be a cult. Must be a cult. Guaranteed some of them are young there. They're being deprived. Better go after the Catholic Church. Better go after any Mother Superior out there. Because they must be a cult. Unbelievable.
That's what he's basing it on.
That's what he's basing it on. Basically. Because he met two women that are cute, he couldn't get a date with. Because they're celibate, not interested, so there must be something wrong. We eat meat. Oh, must be something wrong. I'll sick PETA on you. I'm going to make a documentary because you're telling them they're getting enlightenment and making them stay celibate to awaken their kundalini and a bunch of egregious bullshit. None of it's true. So again, if this is your view that it's got to be a cult, because we have women that are celibate here, they choose to be celibate. People here eat meat, then I think you really need to go after all the monasteries as well. Because they fit that criteria. They must be a cult.
That'll keep him busy, huh?
That'll keep him busy for a while. And I guarantee the Mother Superiors, and they're down on their knees and they're flat out and asking for forgiveness. And if you haven't seen how tough it is in a monastery, I guarantee they're under a lot more hardship than they are here. A lot less freedom than they are here. But you don't go after them as a cult, do you? Might want to look at that. Might want to look at that. I mean, I have heard some flawed reasoning in my life. But that is bad. That's really bad.
Bad to worse to horrible.
Well,
Kept getting worse and worse.
yeah, it just, it continues to get worse and worse with every email. Every email, everything gets worse and worse and worse. And like I said, I'm quite happy to put those out there for people to read. And let them judge for themselves. And this is why I'm putting the videos out, to address all the crap that he's saying, and now he's writing to other people. Oh, this is a cult because she's making them stay 13 years to awaken their kundalini. Doesn't that sound like a cult to you? No, none of that's going on. None of it's going on. Maybe you should look, is it a cult that somebody that bears false witness and is lying through their teeth to try to get something? What? Where's the cult? Unbelievable. So again, I think he needs to go after all the monasteries and, Christian monasteries, the nunneries, especially, well, the nunneries, not the monasteries, because, yeah, the women are there. There's a lot of young women that have, basically the same thing. They become a bride of Christ. They're being deprived sexually, and they're eating meat. And they really are on lockdown there. Must be a cult. Must be a cult. Unbelievable. We do everything we can on our path for people to further themselves. Sachi's gone on to become a drug counselor. She's going on to complete her other studies to go further in counseling. People are doing what they can here to benefit society. Siddhananda was working as a hospice nurse. So again, all of this drama and nonsense that gets put out here, and gets put against this path because somebody got their nose out of joint, heard something they didn't like. Need to take a chill pill. And if you're going to bring up something that's valid, that's one thing. But so far, there's been nothing that's been said out of this guy's mouth that's been valid. Not one iota of anything that's been honest. Not one iota of anything that's been real. It's all been absolute 100% spun out of context lies.
If he was sincere, we would have been happy to give him our time. That's just...
Well, exactly. If he had been sincere and had come like a gentleman and conducted himself as such, we would have been happy to give him time. It doesn't matter, though, because he doesn't want the time. He doesn't want the truth. It's clear. He hasn't asked about any of these things. He's made proclamations. He's made statements as if they are fact. And not one of them has 1 ounce of fact in it. Now that's pretty sad. I mean, you would think you would get a batting average of at least 1 out of 10. But there's been none.